Peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessings. God willing, we will talk about the city shorting and isolating facility. We discussed this in the last lecture, and I will now show you the lecture video on the screen. If you haven't watched the lecture, please do so. We talked about and saw the components of the current transformer circuit to the protection stages. Very good. Now we want to see together how we will connect these components with each other, meaning how we will connect our terminals, starting from the CT to the protection relay C. The first thing we have is the three-phase current transformer, and the CT polarity we will use is the Each phase has 3 thermal blocks. Neutral number has 2 thermal blocks. Connect phase R to CT terminals. Number 2, 3, phase Y to CT terminals. Number 5, 6, phase B to CT terminals. Number 8, 9, 5 and 6, and phase B to the CT on numbers 8 and 9. Great! Since we agreed in the last lecture that we will follow the rule that the CT star point shall be towards the protected object, and here I am talking about feeder protection. So now, I will take the CT terminals for the 3 phases from terminals number 2, 5 and 8 and connect them to the test switch. Then I will go from the test switch to the protection relay. Since the CT polarity is subtractive and the CT star point is towards the feeder, the connection terminals for the 3-phase CT on the relay will be on the dot point of the relay CT input to ensure the current direction is read correctly. The relay CT input point might appear in the relay menu depending on the type of relay. It might appear like this or like that. Then we will return the 3 terminals back to the test switch, and from there we will start connecting them together like this to form the neutral point. We should note that this assembly is on the left side of the test switch. We will see, God willing, in the next video when we talk about the concept of shorting the CT through the different test switches. Then we take the neutral terminal and connect it to terminal number 10. So how will it create the star point for the CT? We will start by connecting a wire jumper to terminal blocks numbers 3, 6, 9 and 11, and then connect terminal number 11 to terminal number 10. Excellent. Now we've finished the connection. We want to check if our path is correct or not. We will start closing the terminal blocks by closing terminals numbers 2, 3, 5 and 6. We will close terminals numbers 2 and 3. We will close terminals numbers 2 and 3. 8, 9, 10 and 11, and regarding the test switch, we will close all its fingers. We will start by making the feeder adjustment and close the circuit breaker. Based on the CT polarity, the current will begin to exit from the CT secondary terminal and move in this direction. Then it will return again from the relay and move in this direction. And finally, the current will gather at the neutral point and enter terminal number 10, exit from terminal number 10 and move in this manner. It will return in the city phase blue through terminal number 9, and the rest of the current will continue and then return in the city phase yellow through terminal number 6, and the rest of the current will continue to return to the city phase red through terminal number 3. Very good. Now let's assume that I want to perform maintenance on the protection relay without disconnecting the feeder, and of course, I have another protection relay, or let's assume you have disconnected the feeder and are working on the relay maintenance. In both cases, you must make a shorting on the city that feeds the protection relay. Initially, we need to make adjustments to the circuit we created a while ago, and we will use terminals number 1, 4 and 7. First, we will remove the wire jumper that was between 3, 6, 9 and 11. We will start modifying our circuit so that it has the capability for shorting and isolating the CTs. First, we will connect a metallic jumper or wire jumper between terminals 1 and 2, 4 and 5, 7 and 8. Through this action, I will make the phase current take a different path other than the relay path. We will connect wire jumpers between terminals 1 and 3, 4 and 6, 7 and 9. Through this action, I will be able to short each phase in the CT. We will connect jumpers between terminals 3 and 4, 6 and 7, 9 and 11. Through this action, I will be able to gather all the phases and connect them to the ground point. With this, I have completed the connections and the currents will flow normally when the line is closed. Very good. Now let's see together the process of shorting and isolating. A very important rule with no exceptions. The rule says shorting before isolating, meaning never isolate before shorting. This is of course because the CT secondary circuit should not be opened, as long as the feeder is energized or exposed to current flow in the CT primary circuit. Alright, let's see together how we will perform the shorting. First, we will start by closing terminal number 1 and 4 and 7. As for how we will perform the isolating, we will start by opening numbers 2, 5, 8 and 10. This way, the currents will take this path, and I have thus shorted the CT circuit and isolated the protection relay circuit, do, In the next lecture, we will see how to perform isolating using the CT. Thanks.